I'm sure you've heard the news. It's the kind of story that seems to leap straight out of a forgotten legend and onto our screens. A headline that feels almost mythical, spreading like wildfire across the internet. Whispers and posts about a monster, a titan of the jungle, found lurking in the deepest parts of the Amazon. For a moment, it felt like the world collectively held its breath, captivated by the idea of a true giant still roaming our planet, hidden from modern eyes. But this wasn't a myth. This was real. Deep within the verdant, labyrinthine waterways of the Ecuadorian Amazon, a scientific expedition, guided by ancient wisdom, stumbled upon something extraordinary. They found a new species of giant anaconda. And when I say giant, I mean a creature of almost unbelievable proportions. This discovery wasn't just about size. It was a revelation that would rewrite our understanding of this iconic reptile and the very ecosystem it commands. It's a story about the immense, untapped secrets our world still holds, and the incredible partnership between modern science and indigenous knowledge that brought this secret to light. So, what exactly did they find in those murky, sacred waters? The truth is even more astonishing than the headlines suggest. To understand the significance of this discovery, you first have to understand where it was made. This isn't just any jungle. This is the Yasuni region of the Ecuadorian Amazon, one of the most biodiverse places on Earth. It's a world of staggering complexity and breathtaking beauty, a realm where life flourishes in every conceivable form. Here, the air is thick with the scent of damp earth and blooming orchids, a constant symphony of unseen insects and distant calls of howler monkeys. Sunlight struggles to pierce the dense canopy, dappling the forest floor in an ever-shifting mosaic of light and shadow. The rivers are the lifeblood of this ecosystem. Vast, slow-moving arteries of murky water that snake through the landscape, their levels rising and falling dramatically with the seasons. This is the ancestral home of the Waorani people, an indigenous nation that has lived in deep, spiritual connection with this forest for centuries. For them, this land is not a resource to be exploited. It is a sacred home, and the creatures within it are their kin. The anaconda, in particular, holds a place of immense cultural and spiritual importance. They see these giant snakes not as monsters, but as powerful water-dwelling beings, guardians of the ecosystem. Their knowledge, passed down through countless generations, speaks of anacondas of immense size, creatures that are woven into the very fabric of their cosmology. It was this profound, intimate understanding of the forest that would prove indispensable, guiding scientists to a place where legends walk, or rather, swim. The expedition was a unique collaboration, a bridge between two worlds. A team of scientists led by Professor Brian Fry from the University of Queensland ventured into Waorani territory. Their mission was ambitious, to study the impacts of environmental contamination, particularly from oil spills on the Amazon's wildlife. The anaconda, as an apex predator, is a crucial indicator of an ecosystem's health. By studying these magnificent snakes, the scientists could gain a clearer picture of the health of the entire river system. But finding an anaconda in this vast, watery wilderness is like finding a needle in a haystack the size of a country. This is where the Waorani hunters became the expedition's essential guides. With a lifetime of experience navigating these rivers and a near supernatural ability to read the subtle signs of the forest, they led the team deep into their territory. For 10 days, they paddled through remote waterways, their dugout canoes slipping silently through the black water. The journey was arduous, a testament to the respect and caution required to move through this environment. Every ripple on the water, every rustle in the undergrowth was noted. The Waorani hunters weren't just looking for a snake. They were communicating with the forest, listening to its secrets, following an ancient map held only in their memory. Their goal was not to conquer, but to observe, to learn, and to do so with the blessing of the forest itself. And then, they found one. The first sighting was a moment of pure, unadulterated awe. It wasn't a dramatic thrashing encounter, it was a quiet revelation. Lying in the shallows, almost perfectly camouflaged against the riverbed, was a female anaconda of staggering size. The Waorani call them water mothers, and seeing this creature, it was easy to understand why. Her head was as large as a human's, her body thicker than a truck tire. She moved with a slow, deliberate grace that belied her immense power, a queen in her aquatic kingdom. The team, including Professor Fry, entered the water with her. This was not an act of aggression, but of respect and scientific necessity. The Waorani believe that to touch the anaconda is to receive a spiritual blessing, and they approach the animal with a calm reverence that seemed to permeate the entire encounter. The snake, sensing no threat, remained placid. It was a powerful, almost surreal scene. Modern scientists and indigenous hunters, side by side in the murky water, sharing a moment of connection with one of the planet's most formidable predators. They were in the presence of a creature that had been, until now, the stuff of legend. But the biggest surprise was yet to come. It wasn't just her size that was shocking, it was what was hidden in her very cells. Back in the lab, the team analyzed the genetic samples they had collected. What they found was stunning. They had always assumed that all green anacondas from Venezuela to Peru belonged to a single species. But the DNA told a different story. The anacondas in the northern part of their range, like Venezuela and Colombia, were genetically distinct from the anacondas they had just found in the south, in Ecuador and Peru, and the difference wasn't small. The two lineages had a whopping 5.5% DNA split. To put that into perspective, the genetic difference between humans and our closest living relatives, chimpanzees, is only about 2%. This was not just a regional variation. This was evidence of two entirely separate species that had diverged nearly 10 million years ago. The newly identified species was named the northern green anaconda. The word Akayima comes from the local Waorani language and means great snake, a fitting tribute to the people who led the scientists to it. This is a classic case of what biologists call cryptic speciation, where two species look so similar that they are mistaken for one, but are in fact genetically distinct. For decades, scientists had been looking at two different animals and seeing only one. The Amazon had been hiding one of its biggest secrets in plain sight. So, just how big was this new species? The headlines were not exaggerating. One of the female specimens of that the team encountered measured an incredible 6.3 meters long, or nearly 21 feet, and that was just the one they could properly measure. The Waorani hunters reported seeing individuals far larger, with local accounts suggesting snakes over 7.5 meters, or 25 feet, and weighing an estimated 500 kilograms, or over 1,100 pounds. These are, by any measure, the largest anacondas ever scientifically documented. Measuring such an animal is a monumental task that requires immense care, both for the safety of the researchers and the well-being of the snake. The process is methodical and respectful. Once the snake is calm, the team works quickly to take measurements, collect blood and tissue samples, and assess its overall health before releasing it completely unharmed. These samples are vital, providing a wealth of information about the animal's diet, genetics, and exposure to pollutants. The sheer scale of the creature is hard to comprehend. A body so thick it's impossible to put your arms around, a weight that would crush a man, and a muscular power that is almost absolute in its environment. This is a true megafauna, a relic from an older, wilder world, still thriving in the hidden depths of the Amazon. As an apex predator, the giant anaconda sits at the very top of the Amazonian food chain. It is a master of ambush, using the murky water as its cloak. Coiled on the river bottom or hiding among floating vegetation, it can wait for days, motionless, for the perfect moment to strike. Its diet consists of almost anything it can overpower, including large prey like capybaras, deer, and even caimans. Using its immense constricting power, it suffocates its prey before swallowing it whole, a process that can take hours. After such a large meal, an anaconda may not need to eat again for months. These snakes are inextricably linked to the seasonal pulse of the Amazon's waters. During the dry season, they may congregate in the remaining pools of water, but it is the wet season, when the forest floods, that their true reign begins. The rising waters open up a vast, expanded territory, allowing them to move through the submerged forest, hunting in areas that are inaccessible for much of the year. They are the undisputed rulers of this aquatic realm, shaping the behavior of every other animal that comes to the water's edge. Their presence is a sign of a healthy, functioning ecosystem, a system powerful enough to support such a magnificent and demanding predator. The discovery of the northern green anaconda is more than just an exciting new entry in the zoological record. It matters profoundly. It tells us that even in the 21st century, there are still monumental discoveries to be made, that the world is more mysterious and complex than we imagine. It highlights the critical importance of protecting the Amazon, an ecosystem that is under severe threat from deforestation, pollution from oil extraction, and climate change. The fact that this new species is already vulnerable is a sobering reality. Its habitat is being fragmented and contaminated at an alarming rate. But this discovery also offers a powerful lesson in hope. It proves the irreplaceable value of indigenous knowledge. Modern science, with all its technology, could not have made this discovery alone. It was the Waorani's deep, ancestral connection to the land that led the way. This collaboration is a model for the future of conservation. A future where scientific research works in true partnership with the traditional stewards of the land. By listening to and respecting indigenous wisdom, we can learn to see the world in a new light and better protect its remaining treasures. This isn't just the Anaconda story, it's a story about how we might just save one of the most vital places on Earth. The world got to witness this incredible journey thanks to a film crew that was documenting the expedition. The footage was captured for the upcoming National Geographic series, Pole to Pole with Will Smith. While the presence of a high-profile production brought global attention to the discovery, the heart of the story remains the science and the collaboration on the ground. The film crew worked alongside the scientists and the Waorani, carefully documenting the painstaking process of the expedition. Their presence allowed this remote and scientifically crucial moment to be shared with a global audience, transforming a complex scientific finding into a compelling narrative of discovery. It serves as a powerful reminder that storytelling is one of our most important tools for conservation, capable of inspiring awe and fostering a connection to the wild places that desperately need our protection. So, a new giant has been added to the Book of Life, a creature of mythic proportions, revealed by science and sacred knowledge working hand in hand. The discovery of the northern green anaconda is a jolt to our imagination. It's a testament to the sheer, untamed wildness that still exists on our planet, hidden in the murky waters of the Amazon. It's a story of evolution, of deep time, and of the profound connection between a people and their ancestral home. But most of all, it's a powerful, urgent call to action. A reminder that these incredible ecosystems and the magnificent creatures they hold are fragile. Their future, and the future of discoveries yet to be made, rests entirely in our hands. Science just got a lot wilder, and our world, a lot more wondrous.